going on? My name is Quinton Aaron and you're watching Brand Newz.
Brand Newz people, welcome back to another BNz World Report, where we discuss global topics and events around the world. I'm your host, Poetic Mike, filling in for our girl Angela on this beautiful afternoon here in Durham, North Carolina, where Duke is playing Alabama. And by the time you see this, you will have known who won. Now, for our first story, President Obama invited some of the nation's leaders for the HBCUs into the White House the other day so they can have a chat. Now, what did this chat entail? Well, it says right here that earlier this year, Obama announced that the government would invest $850 million over 10 years in HBCUs. Why is he doing this? Well, his goal is to make sure that by 2020, we lead in the number of graduates in the world in HBCUs, because he knows that HBCUs gives chances to other people that nobody else would. Big ups to President Obama. Wow. In our News to Know section from Black America Web, there's a new report that says more grandparents are raising their grandkids. Now, the number of U.S. children being raised by their grandparents rose sharply as the recession began, according to a new analysis of census data. Now, reason being, where there's a lot of things going on, where there's economic turmoil in the families, divorces, and even people becoming incarcerated. Now, we do not encourage you to throw your kids off on your grandparents, but of course we know that the grandparents will do a great job. So big ups to the grandparents. Now, let's join Team Brand Newz with the star of the big hit, The Blindside, Quinton Aaron.
Let me hold you tight. I got it. Night. Let me keep you near. It would be so nice, only for one night.
My name is Quinton Aaron. I'm the star of the Oscar-nominated film The Blindside, starring Sandra Bullock, Tim McGraw, and myself. And I'm an actor, still in Hollywood, trying to make it. Got a couple other projects coming up, some more scripts, interesting scripts, and I'm also working my hand in the producing side. That was all thanks to my mom. My mom, she found the audition online and submitted me, and then I actually auditioned with Tracy Twinkie Bird, and they fell in love with me from that first audition, and just like, oh my God, we found Michael. It's actually been a pretty long journey. I've been acting and singing for years. I grew up in the church doing plays and just singing on the choir, and then from there, it's like I joined this after high school. Joined this teen. I'm the right word I'm looking for. I can't think of it. This teen organization called Teens Emotions out of New York, and they dealt with drama, music, dance, and modeling. And I got in there and got down with the plays and started, doing more plays that was put out to wider audiences, and you know, I just felt like that's what I wanted to do. I've been doing it growing up, and I've always had a knack for entertainment. So I branched out from there and started doing like background and different TV projects to see, you know, how it feels being in front of a camera as opposed to being on stage, and I felt the love for that. And Be Kind One is one of my first films where I played with Jack Black and Mos Def and Danny Glover, and got a chance to work with them and hang out with them on set, and just being in that environment and hanging amongst the stars and, you know, just people I grew up watching. I would love for people to remember me as the kindest person, the kindest, most devoted, giving, loving person they've ever known. You know, my size or whatever.
Now, I'm glad to see y'all back for our last and final story. And this is for you hip-hop heads. Now, let me ask y'all a question. What does the address 1520 Sedgwick Avenue mean to you? Come on. Can't figure it out? You should be ashamed of yourself. You're not a hip-hop head then. Well, this is where the original block party was started by DJ Kool Herc when he took that record and put it on the turntable and flipped it and spin it around, and it was definitely working. Now, what recently happened is that the city of New York had the Development Corporation approve a $5.6 million loan to the Wynn Residential and Workforce to buy the building's debt from Sovereign Bank. And the city council also earmarked an extra $3 million for repairs. Now, this is going to happen so they can get the house renovated because it's actually in the dilapidated section right now. But this is history in the making. So we're going to bring back them block parties with DJ Kool Herc, and it's going to be working again. Now, for those of you that are fans of Family Feud, who's going to be the next host for the show? Survey says Steve Harvey. So big ups to Steve Harvey for definitely becoming the next host for the Family Feud. Now, any of y'all want to get your news like I'm getting it right here on my BlackBerry, you can get a new RSS feed that will bring you updated stories on the constant. Now, for more news to know, you can go to our News to Know section at brandnews.com. Thank you for coming to another BNz World Report. It's your host, Poetic Mike, and I'm out of here. Peace.